welcome to our channel Knowledge of. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with your chemistry for class 12, and that has been the class 29. 28 classes we had done, where we had completed your unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, and then unit 9 we have your the coordination compound here. This has been the coordination compound that what we have to discuss here, and this is yeah, surely complete in this class only unit 9 of the coordination compound. But before starting with this, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Today we'll start discussing about colors in coordination compound, and that has been the important one here, and which is also important when you are going through it. You have to focus on all these topics, where how it is solving it out, because these topics are important, very much important here. So we'll go ahead. That is color in coordination compound. In color and coordination compound, that we have to talk about it. In the previous unit we had learned that one of the most distinctive properties of transition metal complexes is their wide range of color. This means that some of the visible spectrum is being removed from white light as it passes through the sample, so the light that emerges is no longer white. The color of the complex is complementary to that which is observed, and the complementary color is the color that is generated from the wavelength left over. If green light is absorbed by the complex, so it appears red, and that gives the relationship of the different wavelength that absorbed and the color absorbed as well. We discussed the relationship between the wavelength of light absorbed and the color observed in some coordination entity, which we'll discuss here in the following way. We'll go ahead for the same. So, relationship between the wavelength of light absorbed and the color observed in some coordination entities, that we have to discuss here. Okay. The same cases here, we'll go ahead for the tables for the first, that is coordination entity. Entity. Another is wavelength of light absorbed. That is of in nm. Color of light absorbed and color of coordination entity, that we discussed. We'll discuss about first we have CO, Cl, NH3, whole 5, 2 plus. Another we have here CO, NH3, whole 5, H2O, 3 plus. This is CO, NH3, whole 6, 3 plus. This is CO CN6 3 minus Cu H2O4 2 plus TiH2O6 3 plus that we have. We'll go ahead with the wavelength of light that absorbed in NM here, that has been representing 535. Color of light absorbed is yellow, 535 here. This has been yellow. And color of coordination entity is your violet. Now we'll talk about NH3 here. And then that is your 500. Color of light absorbed here is your blue green, and that is being your, and the color of coordination entity is red. For CuNH3O6 3 plus here, that is being your 475. This is in blue color and this is yellow orange. This is CuCN6 3 plus that we have here, and for the same it is your 310. This is ultraviolet, that is not in visible region, and the color of the coordination entity is your pale yellow. This is CuH2O4 2 plus that we have here is your 600. This is red and this is being blue. Which is the another one is your Ti, that is H2O6 2 plus. It is 498, and the color of light absorbed is blue green. This is being the violet. Okay. Now the color in the coordination compounds can be readily explained in terms of crystal field theory. Consider for example that the complex TiH2O6 3 plus, which is violet in color. This is an octahedral complex where the single electron Ti3 plus is a 3D1 system in a metal of d orbital, is in the T2G level in the ground state of the complex. The next higher state available for the electron in an empty E of G level, and light corresponding to the energy of blue-green region is absorbed by a complex, and it would excite the electron from T to G level to EG level, where 2TG EG is tends to like T2G0 for EG1 here. Consequently, the complex appears violet in colors, and the crystal field theory that attributes the colors of the coordination compound to d transitions of the electron here. So it is important to note that in an absence of ligands, crystal field splitting does not occur, and hence the substance is colorless. For examples, removal of water from TiH2O6Cl3 on heating renders it colorless. Similarly, an anhydrous CuSO4 is white, but CuSO4.F5H2O is blue in color, and the influence of the ligands on the colors of a complex may be illustrated by considering the NiH2O6 2 plus complex, which forms when nickel second chloride is dissolved in water, and if the didentate ligand ethane 1,2 diamine in is progressively added in a molar ratios En Ni, and that is 1 is to 1, 2 is to 1, 3 is to 1. The following series of the reactions and their associated color changes occur. On the same cases, the reaction for the same we have that has been followed Na, H2O, 6 2 plus aqueous plus En aqueous will give Na, H2O4, En 2 plus aqueous plus 2H2O. This is in green in color, and this has been your pale blue. Next we talk about it is your Na, H2O4, En 2 plus aqueous plus En aqueous is equals to NiH2O2 En2 plus aqueous plus 2H2O. This has been the color is your blue or purple. Now for the next we talk about it is Ni, H2O4 En2 plus aqueous plus En aqueous is equals to Ni, H2O2 En2 3 plus aqueous plus 2H2O. This has been the another one. This is in violet. Now the sequence of the series will form here, and that is on the basis of that what we talk about it. We'll talk about the ground state and excited state, the transition of an electron in a TiH2O6 3 plus, and that is being as follows. Transition of an electron in TiH2O 6 3 plus. This is 2G, which is Ag. Energy on the same cases here. Leaching, Hb, T2G, ground state, and this has been your excited state. Okay, now for that we have an aqueous solutions of complexes of Ni second with an increasing numbers of ethane 1, 2 diamine ligands. Okay, now we'll discuss about color of some gemstones here. So color of gemstones here, that the color produced by electronic transition within the d orbital of the transition metal. That ion occurs frequently in everyday life, and ruby is an aluminum oxide which is Al2O3 that containing about 0.5 to 1% Cr3 plus ions which is of D3, which are randomly distributed in positions normally occupied by Al3 plus. We may view these chromium third species as octahedral chromium third complexes incorporated into the alumina lattice, that is D and D transitions of at these centers that give rise to the color here, and that is being of course the important too. And on the same cases here for this, that in an emerald here, that Cr3 plus ions occupies octahedral sites in the mineral beryl, which is Be3Al2Si6O18 here, which is that the absorption band seen in the ruby shifts to longer wavelength, namely yellow, red, and blue, that causing the emerald to transmit light in the green region as well. Okay, so now we'll talk about the limitations of crystal field theory. In terms of limitations of crystal field theory, which is your CFT, limitations of CFT, the crystal field model is successful in explaining the formations and structures, colors, and magnetic properties of the coordination compound to a large extent, and however, from the assumptions that the ligands are point charges, and it follows that ionic ligands should exert the greatest splitting effect, and the anionic ligands actually are found at a low end and at the space, that is your spectrochemical series, where further it does not take into the account the covalent character of bonding between the ligands and the central atom. These are some of the weaknesses of CFT, and which are explained by the ligands field theory, LFT, and molecular orbital theory, which are beyond the scope of the present study as well. And next, we'll talk about the questions of related towards these topic that we had discussed. The question being asked here is, explain on the basis of valence bond theory that NiCN6 2 minus ions with square planar structures is diamagnetic, and NiCl2 2 minus ions are a tetrahedral geometry in paramagnetic. The second is NiCl6 2 minus is a paramagnetic, while NiCO4 is a diamagnetic, though both are tetrahedral. Why? Another question is FeH2O6 3 plus is strongly paramagnetic, whereas FeCN6 3 minus is weakly paramagnetic. Explain. Eighth question explains UNH3 6 3 plus is an inner orbital complex, whereas NiNH3 6 2 plus is an outer orbital complex. Another is predict the numbers of unpaired electron in the square planar, which is PPCN4 2 minus ions. And the 10th question, the hexa that manganese second ion contained a 5 unpaired electron, while the hexa that is cyanonian contain only one unpaired electron. Explain using crystal field theory here. Now we'll discuss about another one, which is bonding in metal carbonalysis. Like bonding in metal carbonalysis, there that the homoleptic carbonalysis, like compounds containing the carbonyl ligands only, that are formed by the most of the transition metal, and these carbonyls have a simple well defined structure. Tetracarbonyl nickel, that is a tetrahedral. Pentacarbonyl iron is a trigonal bipyramidal, and which while a hexacarbonyl chromium is octahedral here. For the same, we have your decacarbonyl dimanganese is made up of two square pyramidal MnCO5 unit that joined by Mn bond, and carbonyl dicobalt has a CO-CO bond that bridged by two CO groups here. For the same, we talk about it. We will discuss about NiCO4 as well, that is being the tetrahedral, FeCO5 that is being the trigonal bipyramidal, and CO2CO6 here, that has been another one, and then CrCO6 octahedral, and Mn2CO10, that is what we have to talk about it. And even though we have to show the synergy bonding as well, we'll go ahead for the same. This is for NiCO4. This has been tetrahedral. Another is this is FeCO5, that is trigonal bipyramidal. Another is CO bond CO, that is bond CO, CO, CO. This is C double bond O. This has been here C double bond O here, that has been representing. Okay, so it will be like this only, which is CO2, CO8. Now for the next we talk about it, which is your, the another one is your, here it is Cr bonded with CO, bonded with CO, bonded with CO, Br bonded with CO, bonded with CO, bonded with CO here. This has been your CrCO6, which is your octahedral. Now we'll talk about the another one is your MnCO here. This has been CO, 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 CO. It is also CO. This has been also CO here, and which is being named as Mn2CO10 that we have. So these were the structures of some representative, which is your homoleptic metal carbonylysis as well, where the metal carbon bond in metal carbonylysis processes both, that is alpha and pi, sigma and pi character, where the metal carbonylysis sigma bond is formed when the donations of lone pair of the electrons on the carbonyl carbon and into a vacant orbital of the metal, where the that is your the metal carbonylysis metal carbon pi bond is formed by the donations of a pair of electron from a filled or d orbital of metal into a vacant antibonding pi asterisk orbitals of the carbon monoxide, where the metal to the ligand bonding that creates a synergic effect, which that strengthen the bond between CO and the metal as well. So synergic bonding, what it is, I'll just show you that as well. Carbon with a triple bond O. This has been representing here. That is being bonded here. It has been representing here. This is by metal here. This is from here to here, that is gone here. This is your pi. This is pi abstract. This is as well pi. So this is the bonding which we have is your synergic bonding. Example of synergic bonding interactions in a carbonyl complex that we discussed here. I will discuss about the stability of a coordination compound, that has been the important here as well. Let's go ahead for the same. So we'll go ahead for the same, that has been the stability of coordination compounds. So here for the same we talk about it, where the stability of a complex in a solution, that refers to the degree of association between the two species that involved in the state of equilibrium. The magnitude of the stability of all formations at equilibrium constant for association quantitatively express the stability. Thus, if we have a reaction of the type that is being here represented, which is M plus 4L, Ml4 here, then the larger the stability constant, the higher the proportions of Ml4 that exist in solution, where free metal ions rarely exist in the solution, so that M will usually be surrounded by a solvent molecule, which will complete with the ligand molecule L and successively replaced by them. For simplicity, we generally ignore these solvent molecules and write four stability constants that has been follows here, which is been for M plus L Mn. K1 equals to is your Mn dash Mn. Another we have Mn plus L, Ml2, Ml2, Mn, L, Ml12 plus Ml3, A3 equals to Ml3, Ml2, L. This is Ml3 plus L and give Ml4, that has been K4 equals to Ml4 by Ml3 L here. So where K1, K2, etc. are referred here, that has been referred to as a stepwise stability constant. Alternatively, we can write the overall stability constant. Thus, we'll have your M plus 4L, which is Ml4 beta 4 is equals to Ml4 Ml4 here. So the stepwise and the overall stability constants are therefore related to be as follows, and that is being represented here, and that is being even the important too. Beta 4 is equals to, that has been representing here as your K1, K2, K3, K4 or more generally. That has been presenting here. And in the same cases for the next, we'll talk about it in terms of this particular unit, and that is being the important too. And on the same cases, we talk about for the beta n that we have K1 into K2 into K3 into K4 till Kn, where if we take as an example the steps involved in the formations of that is cupro or nomium ion, we have the following, which is being representing Cu2 plus plus NH3, that is Cu NH3 2 plus K1 equals to Cu NH3 2 plus Cu2 plus NH3, Cu NH3 2 plus plus NH3, it will be Cu NH3 twice 2 plus, which is K2 equals to Cu NH3 2 plus dash Cu NH3 2 plus and NH3. So where K1 and K2 are the stepwise stability constants and overall stability constant, and also beta 4 equals to Cu NH3 4 2 plus Cu2 plus NH3 4 here. So the additions of the four amine group to the copper, that shows a pattern that found the form for the most formation, that constants, and in that the successive stability constant decreases. In this case, the four constants are, we'll talk about it, and that has been the log k1 equals to 4.0, log k2 is equals to 3.2, log k3 equals to 2.7, log k4 equals to 2.0, or log beta 4 equals to 11.9. So the instability constant or the dissociation constant of the coordination compound is defined as a reciprocal of the formation constant as well. So we'll discuss about here is that the question is, I will give you homework, is to calculate the overall complex dissociation equilibrium constant for the CuNH3 2 plus ion, given that B4 for the complex is 2.1 into 10 to the power 13. Now we'll discuss about the importance and application of coordination compound. Importance and application of coordination compounds, that we have to talk about it. So further here, that the coordination compound are of great importance, and these compounds are widely present in the mineral, plant and animal worlds, and are known to play many important functions in the area of analytical chemistry, metallurgy, biological systems, industry and medicines. These are to be discussed here one by one, that we will discuss as well. That is, we will talk about the coordination compound, that the coordination compound find use in many qualitative and a quantitative chemical analysis, where the familiar color reaction given by metal ion with the numbers of ligands respective, especially that is your chelating ligands here, as a result of formations of coordination entities that form the basis for their detections and estimations by classical and instrumental methods of analysis. Example of such reagents include EDTA, DMG, dimethylene methyl glycoenzyme, and alpha nitrose, beta naphthol, cupron, etc. Hardness of water is estimated by a simple titration which Na2 EDTA and the Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus ions that form stable complexes with EDTA. The selective estimations of these ions that can be done due to the difference in the stability constants of calcium and magnesium complexes. Some important extraction process of metals like those of the silver and gold that make use of the complex formation. Gold, for example, that combines with the cyanide in the presence of oxygen and water to form the coordination entity, which is AuCN2. In aqueous solution, that gold can be separated in metallic form from this solution by additions of zinc here. Similarly, purifications of metal can be achieved through formations and subsequent decompositions of their coordination compound. For example, impure nickel is converted to NiCO4. It is decomposed to yield a pure nickel as well, where the coordination compound are of great importance in biological system, where the pigment responsible for photosynthesis, chlorophyll, in a coordination compound of magnesium, hemoglobin, and the red pigment of the blood, which act as an oxygen carriers, is a coordination compound of iron, vitamin B12, that is cyanophylamine, and that the pernicious anemia factor is a coordination compound of the cobalt, among the other compound of the biological importance with coordinated metals ions, that are enzymes like which is your carboxylic peptidase, and that carbonic anhydrase catalyst of biological systems as well. The coordination compound are used as a catalyst for many industrial processes. Examples includes rhodium complex, which is PH3P thrice and RHCl, and that is your Wilkinson catalyst is used for the hydrogenations of alkenes as well. With the articles that can be electroplated with silver and gold much more smoothly and evenly from the solutions of the complexes where AgCN3 and AuCN2 then form solutions of simple metal ion. In a black and white photography, the developed film is fixed by washing with hypo solution, which dissolves that is your the undecomposed AgBr to form a complex ion, which is AgSO2O3 twice 3 minus. There is a growing interest in the use of the chelate therapies, medicinal chemistry. An example is the treatment of problems that caused by the presence of metals in the toxic proportions in plants, animal systems. Thus, excess of copper and iron are removed by the chelating ligands and penicillamine, and of course and that is phonomazine that B by the formations of coordination compound. EDTA is used in the treatment of lead poisoning. Some coordination compounds of platinum effectively inhibit the growth of tumors. Examples are cisplatin and related compound as well. On the same cases, we go ahead for the next, that with the end of the unit here, that is being the chemistry of the coordination compound is an important and that is challenging area of modern organic chemistry. During the last 50 years, advances in this area have provided development of the new concepts and models of bonding and molecular structures, novel breakthroughs in the chemical industry, and the vital insights into the functioning of critical components of biological system. The first systematic attempts at explaining the formation, the reaction structures, and bonding of coordination compound was made by A. Werner. His theory postulated the use of the two types of linkage, primary and secondary, by a metal atom ion in a coordination compound. In the modern language of chemistry, their linkages are recognized as an ionizable, ionic, and non-ionizable, that is a covalent bond, respectively. Using this property of isomerism, that Warner's predicted the geometrical shapes of a large numbers of coordination entity. The valence bond theory, which is VST, then explained with a reasonable success that the formation's magnetic behavior and geometrical shapes of coordination compound that it, however, falls to provide a quantitative interpretations of magnetic behavior and has nothing to say about the optical properties of these compounds. Where the crystal field theory to the coordination compound is based on the effect of different crystal fields provided by the ligands taken as a point charge, and so the degeneracy of the d orbital energies of the essential metal atom ions, and that splitting of the d orbital provides a different electronic arrangement in a strong that is in strong and a weak crystal field. The treatment provides for the quantitative estimations and the orbital separations energies, where the magnetic momentum and the spectral and stability that we talk about it, that the parameters. However, the assumption that ligands constitutes the point charge that create many theoretical difficulties as well. Where the metals, the carbon bond in the metal carbonalysis possesses both sigma and pi character. The ligand to the metals of the pi bond, sigma bond, and the metal that to the ligand is a pi bond here that has been representing. This unique synergy bonding provides the stability to the metal carbonalysis. The stability of the coordination compound is measured in terms of stepwise stability or formations constant K, or overall stability, the constant beta, where the stabilizations of the coordination compound due to the chelations is called the chelate effect, and the stability of the coordination compound is related to the Gibbs energy, which is enthalpy and entropy in terms as well. The coordination compound are of the great importance. These compounds provides critical insights into the functioning and structures of vital components of biological system. But the coordination compound also find extensive applications in metallurgical process, analytical and medicinal chemistry as well. We'll discuss moreover related to the questions here. The questions to be are as follows. Explain the bonding in the coordination compound in terms of Warner's postulate. Another is FeSO4 solution that mixed with NH4 to SO4 solution is 1:1 molar ratios that gives the test of Fe2 plus ions, but CuSO4 solution that mixed with an aqueous ammonium in first 1:4 molar ratio that does not give the test of Cu2 plus ions. Explain why. Third is explain with two examples each of the following coordination entity: ligands, coordination number, coordination polyhedron, homoleptic and heteroleptic. Fourth is what is meant by the unidentate, didentate and ambidentate ligands. Give two examples for each. Fifth is specify the oxidation members of the metals in the following coordination entity. It's COH2OCN EN2 plus, PtCl4 2 minus, CrNH3 whole thrice Cl3, COBr2 En2 2 plus and C2FeCN6 as well. Using IUPAC name, write the formulas for the following, that is your tetrahydro oxozinate. Second is your hexaamine cobalt third sulfate, potassium tetrachloride palladiate second, potassium trioxy that is oxalate chromate third, diamine dichlorodo platinum second, hexaamine platinum 4, potassium tetracyanoniculate second, and tetrabromido cuprate second, and pentaamino nitrio cobalt third, and pentaamine nitrito and cobalt third as well. Using the IPSC norms, we write the systematic names of the following, which is CuNH36Cl3, CuNH34Cl2Cl, NiNH36Cl2, PTNH32ClNH2 CH3Cl, MnH2O6 2 plus, COEN thrice 3 plus, TiH2O6 3 plus, NiCl4 2 minus, NiCO4 here. Another question, list various types of isomerism possible for the coordination compound, giving an example of each. Another, how many geometrical isomers are possible in the following coordination entity, which is your CrC2O4 3 minus, CuNH3 thrice 3L3. Draw the structures of optical isomers are CrC2O4 3 is 3 minus, PtCl2 En2 2 plus, CrNH3 2 Cl2 En plus here, where all the isomers of diametrical of the optical that is COCl2 En2 plus, CONH4 Cl En2 2 plus, CONH3 2 Cl2 En plus as well. Another question is write all the geometrical isomers of PTNH4 Br Cl Py, and how many that of these will exhibit optical isomers as well. Another is aqueous copper sulfate solution, blue in color, that gives a green precipitate with an aqueous potassium fluoride, and a bright green solution with an aqueous potassium chloride. Explain these experimental results. Another is what is the coordination entity formed when excess of aqueous KCN is added to an aqueous solutions of copper sulfate. Why is it that no precipitate of the copper sulfide is obtained when H2S gas is passed through the solution? Another is discuss the nature of bonding in the following coordination entities on the basis of the valence bond theory, which is FNCN64, FEF6 3 minus, COC2AO4 3 minus, COF6 3 minus here. Draw the figure to show the splitting of the d orbital in an octahedral crystal field. What is chemical series? Explain the difference between a weak field ligand and a strong field ligand. What is crystal field splitting energy? How does the magnitude of the delta of that decide the actual configuration of d orbital in the coordination entity? CrNH4 6 3 plus is a paramagnetic, while NiCN6 CN4 2 minus is a diamagnetic. Explain. Solutions of NiH2O6 2 plus is a green, but solutions of NiCN4 2 minus is a colorless. Explain. FeCN6 plus and FeH2O6 2 plus are of different colors of dilute solution. Why? Another is discuss the nature of the bonding in the metal carbon ellipses. Another is you give the oxidation state with the d orbital occupations and the coordination numbers of the central metal ions in the following complexes, which is K3COCA2O4 3 plus and NH4 2 COF4 cis crine, and that is Cl2OCl and MnH2O6 SO4 here. The another question we have is your write down the IUPAC name for each of the following complexes and indicate the oxidation state, electronic configuration, coordination number, and also give the stoichiochemistry and the magnetic momentum of the complex, which is CCrH2 Se2O4 2 and dot 3H2O. CrCl 3Pb here, that is C1, that MnCN6, CuNH3 5Cl2, CsFeCl3 as well. What is meant by stability of the coordination compound in the solution? State the factor which govern stability of complexes. What is meant by the chelate effect? Give an example. Discuss briefly. Give an example in each case of the role of the coordination compound in, which is biological system, analytical chemistry, medicinal chemistry, and extractions metallurgical of metals as well. Another is how many ions are produced from the complex UNH6 Cl2 in a solution, which is 6, 4, 3 and 2. Among the following, which one has the highest magnetic moment value, which is CrH2O6 2 plus, FeH2O6 2 plus, and then H2O6 2 plus here. Another question that has been raised here, which has been the oxidation number of the cobalt in KCOCO4 is that plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 minus 1 and minus 3 as well. The question will talk about it, that is among the following most of the stable complexes FeH2O 3 plus, FeNH3 6 2O plus, FeC2O4 3 minus, and FeCl6 3 minus here. What will be the correct order of the wavelength of the adsorptions in the visible region for the following? NiNO3 6 and that is 3 minus, NiNH 6 2 plus, and Ni that is H2O 6 2 plus here, that you have to explain it out, and that has been the important one as well. On the same cases you have to answer it out, and we will be ending it up here only, and we'll start discussing in the next coming class the rest of the topics, and we had end up with unit 9 as well. So before ending it up, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than the chemistry, we had done your sociology and software engineering, and we had done your quantitative aptitude as well. We are dealing with that as a arithmetical ability and the logic reasoning. In arithmetical reasoning and data interpretation. In arithmetical ability, we had done your operations on numbers, LCM and SCF of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots, and then we had done your averages and problems on numbers, problems on ages, and surds and indices, which we had started with. Other than that, on the chemistry, we had done your that chemistry reasoning we had done, that has been divided into two parts, which is your verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning we had completed, that has been divided into two parts, which is general mental ability and the logic reasoning we had covered up. Non-verbal reasoning we had covered up your series, analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, immediate figure, computations of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, matrix, and rule detection, completions of incomplete patterns, grouping of identical figures, that we had done. And then other than that, we had started with your cubes and dice that we have, and after completing that, we'll start discussing about the next very next topic as well. In terms of chemistry of class 12, this is important for the academic as well as for the competition as well, where we had completed your unit 1, that is the solid state, which is the general characteristics of the solid state, amorphous and crystalline solid, classification of crystalline solid, crystal lattice and unit cell, numbers of atoms in unit cell, close pack structures, packing efficiency, calculations involving unit cell dimensions, imperfection in solid, electrical properties, magnetic properties as well. Unit 2 is the solution. We had completed your types of solution, expressing the concentrations of solution, solubility, vapor pressures of liquid solution, ideal and non-ideal solution, colligative property of determinations of molar masses, abnormal molar masses as well. Unit 3 is the electrochemistry, which is the electrochemical cells, galvanic cells, mass equation, conductance of electrolytic solution, electrolytic cells and electrolysis, batteries, fuels, cells corrosion as well. Unit 4 is the chemical kinetics, which we had covered up rate of chemical reaction, factor influencing the rate of reaction, integrated rate equations, pseudo first order reaction, temperature dependence of the rate of the reaction, collision theory of the chemical reaction as well. Unit 5 is your surface chemistry, which we had completed your adsorption, catalyst, collides, around classification of collides, emergence, collide around us. Unit 6 is general principles and processes of isolations of element, which we had covered up your occurrence of metals, concentrations of ores, extractions of crude metals from the concentrated ore, thermodynamic principles of metallurgy, electrochemical principles of metallurgy, oxidation, reduction, refining uses of aluminum, copper, zinc, and iron. Unit 7 we had completed, that is the P block element, which is group 15 element, the dinitrogen, ammonium oxides of nitrogen, nitric acid, phosphorus, allotropic forms, phosphine, phosphorus halides, oxo acids of phosphorus, group 16 element, dioxygen, simple oxides, ozone, sulfur, allotropic forms, sulfur dioxide, oxo acids of sulfur, sulfuric acid, group 17 element, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, oxo acids of halogens, interhalogens compound, group 18 element as well. The unit 8 is the DN of the block element, which is positioned in the periodic table, electronic configuration of D block element, general properties of transition element, D block, some important compounds of transition element, the lanthanoids, the actinoids, some abbreviation of the D and F block element. Unit 9 is your coordination compound, which is the Werner's theory of the coordination compound, definition of some important term pertaining to the coordination compound, nomenclatures, coordination compound, isomerism in the coordination compound, bonding in the coordination compound, bonding in the metal carbolysis, stability of the coordination compound, importance and application of the coordination compound as well. So here we'll be ending it up, and it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box. Thank you.